day of shooting, we picked the most difficult set ever. Smoke, mirrors in every direction. Love it. Welcome to Twilight.
You're listening to another Bite of Twilight, a podcast where we look back on our obsession with the Twilight Saga and continue to freak out 10 years later. Hi guys, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, happy Twilight Tuesday.
Happy TT. I'm Kelly.
I'm Mel.
And we are here today to talk about the New Moon soundtrack.
Yes.
We are going to review it like we did for the Twilight soundtrack.
And this is a podcast that we've been an episode that we've been really excited for because, as we mentioned in the Twilight soundtrack podcast episode, we had a favorite.
Yes.
And it's this one.
It's such a good soundtrack. And even if you know someone who isn't a Twilight fan, or maybe you're not even a Twilight fan and you're listening for some reason, it's a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I think that especially for some music snobs, I can be that way, to be honest. I think there's some really great artists on it and great lyrics and great music, and it's just very exciting.
It's funny because this one, like, my favorite song in Twilight, like the whole series, is Flightless Bird, American Mouth. It's my all-time favorite. And this one, it's like I more like it collectively as a whole. I think it stands up the best.
I play New Moon the most in my apartment. Like, I have this CD player thing over there, and I always put New Moon on repeat, and I don't really do that with the other soundtracks. I just, when it's like a rainy day or when I'm just home working on stuff, the New Moon soundtrack on repeat is just amazing. And yeah, but there's really interesting things to say about the lyrics and the scenes that they occur in, and so...
Yeah, and I feel like it makes a huge difference in the movie. And this one... is the first, I mean, all of them besides the first one, they have all original songs meant for Twilight.
They were written just for Twilight.
And
the music supervisor, again, was Alexander Patsavas, that amazing music supervisor who also did Grey's Anatomy and The OC and Gossip Girl and just so many great shows and movies with awesome soundtracks, so... She rocks.
So should we just get into it?
I guess so, yeah. So I'm going to play little sound clips for all of you to hear the song. So you can hear for yourself. If you forget what the songs sound like, or if you've never heard them before, you can hear for yourself a little sneak peek. So the first song on the soundtrack is Meet Me on the Equinox by... one of my favorite bands ever, Cab For Cutie.
I really like Cab For Cutie. I'm not crazy about this song.
Well, let's play it.
Okay.
Meet me on the equinox, meet me halfway. The sun is perched at its highest peak in the middle of the day. Let me give my love to you, let me take your hand. And as we walk in the dimming light, oh darling, understand that everything ends.
Wow. What a song. Okay.
So I did a little research on the background, and Ben Gibbard, I think
I love him. He's the lead singer, yeah. He was married to Zooey Deschanel.
Oh, no way. He said he read the first 2 books, and he said it's more about his personal life than Twilight. But he is quoted as saying... The song at its core is just about meeting another halfway because life is very short, because there's only a brief period of time to really connect with people, and that it's important to recognize that. I just wanted something that kind of tonally matched the story and the scenes within the film so that they could kind of be put alongside but not be telling a narrative you're watching on the screen. So it's not supposed to be, you know, like word for word about this plot.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's a little annoying when the lyrics are literally what's happening.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Interestingly, the bassist Nate Harmer said that they wrote the song to reflect the celestial themes and motifs that run through the Twilight series. Yeah, and they wanted to capture the desperate feeling of endings and beginnings.
That's the part I don't like, because I feel like the whole meet me on the equinox, like it's too like celestial, and that like we have twilight, new moon. It's like too much.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, I
like
know, for some reason I just don't like the word equinox. I don't like the way the pronunciation.
It's cool. I mean, the problem is there's 2 equinoxes a year, but I feel like they're talking about the fall equinox when it's like summer to fall, because this is like a hard time in Bella's life and things are dying. And also the equinox is the time, it's the day when sunlight and nighttime are equal, and I feel like this is like her, now it's like heading into darkness or something. I don't know. And I like that the song talks about, like, it says everything ends. That's kind of like a repeating thing. And I like that because Bella is like very conscious of this in this movie of her mortality and that she's going to die soon, and she keeps telling Edward that. Of course, not everything ends for the Cullens. They live forever, but also the fact that relationships end too.
True.
So
when does this song play?
This plays, it's actually the last credit song, which I think is too bad.
I thought that they didn't sing it in or play it for the movie.
I like it. I know you are like a little indifferent to it, but I really like this song, and I think it kind of sucks that it's just a credit song.
It was the lead single, and they had a music video for this song, so it was like the main one.
Similar to Paramore in Twilight.
What was the one for Eclipse?
We'll talk about it next time. I don't remember.
This song actually reached number 8 on the U.S. Billboard Alternative.
Really?
chart.
Oh, alternative.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
How do they judge what's alternative and what's not?
Well, I think it definitely,
Like, how do
if
they
it sounds
measure?
kind of rock, but I think that rock turned into a much harsher sound. Like, I don't know, the only thing I can think of is like Chris Daughtry or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like what's rock is more in line with like a little bit more hardcore-ish.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think anything that's a little bit between pop and rock, but not really pop. I don't know. Alternative's hard to define.
I also wanted to say that the bassist, as you said, what's his name?
Nick Harmer.
They came out with a statement when they said that they were going to be in Twilight, which I feel like a lot of the bands did, because
Really?
I feel like fans were disappointed that they were in something so mainstream as Twilight. They probably got paid so much money to play these songs, first of all, but they said it's perfect synergy that a band from the Northwest would create a song for a series of novels set in the Northwest.
True. They are from Seattle.
Oh, really? I heard that they're from San Bruno, California.
Oh. Well, at least they live in Seattle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that, like, Ben Gibbard lived in Seattle, and he's had, like, songs about it recently, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We need to become better Death Cab experts, but I like
them.
Okay, I like the bridge. I like the lyrics in it. I just want to read them really quickly.
Okay.
I don't know what they mean, though. He says, a window, an opened tomb, the sun crawls across your bedroom, a halo, a waiting room, your last breaths moving through you is everything ends. I don't know. I just think it's very pretty sounding, but I'm not sure what it means. Everything ends.
See, actually, it's funny because I wrote that I felt like the song contradicts the meanings of the series because it's all about forever. and things don't end for them. But you're saying, because I do think a lot of Twilight is about mortality and that things will end for Bella if she doesn't make this change. And
I guess that's how I saw it.
The anxiety of New Moon.
I feel like it's a very New Moon song. I feel like it wouldn't belong in Breaking Dawn or something, but...
True. Mm-hmm. So what would you grade this song?
I would give it an A-. What would you give it?
I gave this one a B-.
Wow.
But it only goes
a whole letter
here.
grade. Well, I might be biased because I love Death Cab for Cutie, but I don't know why. I really enjoy this song, and it starts off the soundtrack well for me, so I give it an A-. Okay, the next song is Friends by Band of Skulls.
Searching for something I can put my finger on. Maybe I've been living for the weekend. Maybe
This one plays when she sees the guys on the motorcycles.
Yeah, and she acts all reckless and
dumb.
Gets on it. I have another song by Band of Skulls. I think they're a cool band.
I really liked this song. I don't think it has anything to really do with the series.
The only thing I related it to maybe is Jacob, because they're friends. And during the scene, she's hanging out with a friend, Jessica, but she's kind of...
wondered, it's weird because the song is like, my friends are so beautiful, and it's like she doesn't really care about...
They're my friends. Yeah, but she doesn't care.
Yeah. So it's almost like kind of like ironic. It's like this is how she should be feeling on a Saturday night out with a friend.
I don't know. This lyric kind of fits though. She's like, all my problems seem to disappear.
Yeah.
Everyone that I miss when I'm distant. Everybody's here. I don't know. I feel like it's more of a Jacob thing, but it's not even in a Jacob scene. But I kind of feel like when they made these songs, they didn't plan what scene they were going to go into. Do you think?
Well, I read that the band like sent a demo and then
Band of Skulls?
And then they read in the LA Times that they were going to be in New Moon. But then they kept denying it because they never got the confirmation. And then like months later, they got the confirmation that they'd be in it. So it's like they kind of wrote it, sent it to them. Like they didn't really write it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really liked this song because now that I work a full-time job 9 to 5, I'm living for the weekend.
Yeah, they say that.
Like Friday night comes around and like that's when I'm at my most happiest. Like I've never felt that way before, like in college. I mean, I guess maybe in high school.
I do like this song. I think it's cool.
I mean it
has edge to it.
That's how I feel like when I'm out with my friends, when we're doing makeup, getting on like ready to go out. Like, I love my
They're
friends.
my friends. It's very cute. Too.
But yeah, I like it. I gave it an A-.
I gave it a B. But I gave it an A- initially and then I crossed it out.
Oh. Well,
because I listened to it again tonight and then I was kind of like, I don't know, something about it. I think the beginning irks me when it's like, na 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 na.
It adds an up
na 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 na
pace to the soundtrack. It's the second song, so it's like we're starting kind of upbeat. We have Meet Me on the Equinox, which is, kind of, it's not like a happy song, but they're more lively.
Yeah, it's like a rock song. It is more lively. But then it's kind of brought back down again. But the third track is Hearing Damage by Tom York, who's from Radiohead.
Yes.
And as you may remember, they had a song on the first movie, but it wasn't actually on the soundtrack. Anyway, here it is.
I feel like I don't need to listen to it.
No, I don't think I need to either.
I think it's funny that it's Hearing Damage because it has like kind of like a stereo buzz to it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the sound of it is like a accidental noise, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it works great for the scene, and I do like it, but when you listen to it on your own, I mean, it's not really the kind of song that you're like, I love it.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So do we say that this song plays in the sequence when
they're chasing Victoria,
the wolves, and she goes cliff diving and Harry Clearwater has a heart attack?
Yeah.
And I like it because it's kind of slow paced, but there's a lot of tension.
Yeah, there is a driving force to it. Like, it is moving on, even though it's kind of slow and quiet. It definitely has energy to it. Do you think that the lyrics have anything to do with New Moon, or I don't know? It's like,
I didn't write any of the lyrics
better.
down.
I wish you felt better.
Well, kind of, because it's like,
no wrong.
well, she's hearing Edward's voice in her mind.
Yeah.
So it's like, kind of like she's from being so shattered. I'm pulling this out of my ass. She's like hearing leftover pieces from a broken relationship. From a damaged relationship.
I don't know, I'm like torn on this song. I think it's cool, but it's not the strongest.
Yeah, but I think it works in the scene so well.
What would you give it for a grade?
I gave it an A-.
I gave it B-/C.
Wow, opposite.
You know what's weird though? I think I do like this song. I don't know why I'm being so harsh. I think it's just not the most remarkable or something. You know what? I'll settle on a B.
Okay. Okay, so then the next song.
Track 4. Oh my god.
This one I have a lot to say.
This is the big song, I think. The big track on the soundtrack.
This is probably my second favorite song in the whole series.
It is Possibility by Likey Lee.
Yes.
There's a possibility. There's a possibility. All that I had was all I gon' get.
So this song plays when Everett has just left Bella. She's completely shattered.
Yes.
And the camera pans around her as the months go by, and then we see her at school. We see her writing to Alice.
And it's
So
this is just the height
sad.
of her depression, and it sinks in with all of us watching that Edward's truly gone and it's over, and it's tragic. And it's such a good song.
The lyrics I felt are so, I always loved the song, but I never really paid attention to the lyrics until recently, and they, I feel like, completely capture what it's like to be so heartbroken.
Yeah. Apparently, when she wrote the song, I don't think she had seen Twilight. She didn't really know much about it.
Can I read you the quote?
Yeah.
She said to The Guardian in 2010, "I was sitting in a car in England when I got the call, eating a sandwich from Tesco. I had no idea what Twilight was. Somebody explained it as a thing about vampires, and I'm like, I hate vampires. But when I thought about it, there are so few pop culture things today where people are really crazy about, something like Beatlemania. So I thought, how cool to be part of something that so many young, open hearts listen to."
Yeah.
But she said, like, she was like, I didn't know what Twilight was. And she was like, because, I mean, I'm Swedish. So, like, I think, like, she's just kind of, like, out of the culture.
I feel like people in Sweden usually, in my experience, know a lot about what's going up with American culture and British culture. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. But
I mean, she writes all of her songs, like, in English and stuff.
But the lyrics are just, oh my gosh, they just stab you in the heart. Like, so, I mean, this is a breakup song, and she says, there's a possibility, all that I had was all I'm gonna get. And I feel like that's a fear that a lot of people have after a breakup is like, is that the most I'll ever get? Like, is that my only love? Like, is that what I got to experience in life and that's it? The kind of main chorus thing, like when she says possibility, she says, tell me when you hear my silence, there's a possibility I wouldn't know. Yeah. And I kind of take that as like, if she died, she wouldn't even know because she already feels dead.
Yeah, and or like, so before she says, so tell me when you hear my heart stop, you're the only one who knows. It's like I don't know, it goes back to what I said in the last episode about how Kristen Stewart said, like, when you get your heart broken, you question everything, like, that you built your whole life on because your whole reality is shifted. Like, this person that you thought loved you so much doesn't actually in the way that you thought. So it's like, tell me when you hear my heart stop, like, you're the only one that knows. It's like you think that someone is so close to you that they're, like, holding...
This is killing me.
I know. That they're like holding your heart in their hands and like they know better than you do.
Yeah. And her voice too is just so like raw sounding and she did an amazing job.
Yeah.
For somebody who isn't even like interested in Twilight, like it came out amazing.
Came out perfectly. It was like the perfect song for
I'm
this.
like getting emotional right now.
And I also feel like it's such a good, like, that idea of, like, tell me when you hear my silence, like, it's like she's taking a back seat in her own life. Like, Bella at this point is so passive. She's just letting life happen. Like,
you're so right. And that's, like, what you talked about during the New Moon movie, that, like, when the months go by, it's, like, you're not even, it's just passing by. It's not your life anymore.
Yeah.
Damn.
What would you give this
song? Like, would you say New Moon is a breakup album?
I don't know. I think it's a heartache album, but I don't know if that's the same thing.
Yeah, definitely is a heartache album. I give this song an A+.
Me too. A++++. This is my
A++++++++++++++.
This is my second favorite song in the whole series.
After Flightless Bird. What's your third favorite?
Supermassive Black Hole.
I'm not even sure what mine is. So
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Mine might be like a random one. So track 5 by another band I'm really into, and so are a lot of people. A White Demon Love Song by The Killers.
Here it is.
White demon love song down the hall. White demon shadow on the road. Back up your...
So this song, they didn't originally write it for New Moon. They actually wrote it. Yeah, they wrote it for their album, but
I'm shocked.
They didn't all agree on it, so it was an album cut.
Oh, it literally sounds like it was written for Twilight.
In a review of the soundtrack, a reviewer was like, this song would not fly outside of the soundtrack because they repeat the words white demon way too much.
I like this song a lot, actually. And, well, first of all, again, I don't know if I'm biased here, but I love The Killers and I love Brandon Flowers' voice. It's just so hot to me. And I like this song because I think it's an interesting way of looking at Twilight. It's like when you think of fan art or something like that, it's like someone else's interpretation of it. And I like the idea of white demon. Like, I feel like he's talking about Edward, I think.
A lot of people interpret the song to be in Jacob's point of view.
About Edward, though?
It's like about the him like singing to Bella about Edward, I think. So it's like he says, let us be in love, let's do old and gray. I feel like that's like, you know, we're gonna age together.
I love the part when he sings, while strangely holy.
Yeah.
Wild, strangely holy.
Come for rain. Because they are strangely holy. Like, the Cullens they have their morals, and I mean, they don't really outright say it, but like they definitely are like believe in God and stuff. Like, I mean, at least Carlisle does. He has like a cross in the house and stuff, and It is weird because they are like demons, but very concerned about being moral and stuff.
And also he says, I won't make you cry, which made me think of Jacob saying like, what he did to you.
Yes, and
I would never. And then he says, I will never stray. And that word stray makes me think of a dog.
Yeah.
Because when you think of stray, you think of like a stray dog.
Part. Let us be in love. Also, this part in the beginning, he says, he isn't coming after all.
Yeah.
Like Edward, he isn't coming back.
Doesn't he say that in the movie? Doesn't he say it?
What does he say?
What does he say? He says, like,
he isn't coming back or
he's
something?
never coming back. Doesn't he say that?
I think he does.
Am I wrong?
Maybe. I think so.
He's not coming back. Oh, Charlie says it.
Oh.
He's not coming back, Bill.
Oh. They basically say that in the song. I can't believe it wasn't actually written for New Moon.
And I said it sounds very clear and calm.
Mm-hmm. I like the way it starts. It has like... What demon
Wait, when does
love
the song play? Is it a credit song?
It's the second credit song.
Yeah.
Which I think, I mean, I don't know where I would want it in the movie, but it makes me kind of sad that it's a credit song because, I mean, not the credits don't matter, but I just think it's a good song and it's like forgotten.
What would you grade it?
I would give it an A+.
I gave it a B. But now talking to you, I think I would do a B+.
We're both entitled to our opinions.
I think this reviewer was influencing me because I was like, oh, they do say white demon maybe too much.
Yeah, but what about the Friends song? They repeat so much in that.
Yeah.
Like, they're my friends.
Yeah.
They're my friends.
Okay. I'll give
they're
it
my
an A-.
No, you can give it whatever
Okay,
you want.
okay.
Like, you don't have to like it. It's good when we
I guess
disagree.
also because it doesn't play in the movie, I feel like I'm less attached to the credit songs.
It's one of my favorite songs on the soundtrack, even though it's not... That's the thing about this soundtrack is I feel like it's so cohesive. It really feels like a real playlist or something.
Yeah.
Like a real CD that someone put together because the songs do go together.
Yeah.
And so the fact that it's a credit song almost doesn't matter when you
That's
listen to this
true.
album because it's like it just fits. It sounds cool. So yeah, I think they did a good job with this album.
That's true.
But next, track 6
I'm so out of order.
is Satellite Heart by Anya Marina. And I just have to recommend, and I have this cover by her of Whatever You Like, that rap song.
You can do whatever you
Yeah,
like.
she does a cover of it, and it's so
Oh,
good.
I should listen.
And now I know all the words to that song because of the cover. And this song plays in Bella's truck on her birthday when her and
Yes.
Edward return back to her house from his house.
It's kind of foreshadowing.
So pretty, so smart, such a waste of a young heart. I'm a satellite heart, lost in the dark.
I love this song.
It's very pretty.
I think it's like very icy.
Mm.
And I read in reviews that it's breathy or breathy.
Yeah. It kind of is. She's like,
Um,
so pretty,
Yeah.
so smart, such a waste of a young heart.
I never considered the lyrics before, but I feel like it's like satellite is it's something that revolves around the earth. So it's like I'm a satellite heart. It's like she kind of revolves around Edward, and then
Yeah.
lost in the dark, a spun out so far. She's like gone from the thing that her life revolves around.
Yeah. And then she says, you know, I haven't slept in weeks. You're the only thing I see. Like, again, lost
Yeah.
in the dark. And even in the beginning, what do you think of this? She says, so pretty, so smart, such a waste of a young heart. Do you think that's talking about how she's, like, wants to throw her life away or something?
Yeah, that's how I interpret it.
Yeah.
And it's like, or it's like, what's the matter with you, man? It's like with Edward, it's like, I don't know. Anyone can kind of relate to that who's ever been broken up with. It's
Yeah.
like, what's wrong with me?
What would you give this song?
Does this come with a poster?
Yeah, actually, the CD comes with a poster. It says, "The next chapter begins."
So long ago now. Oh, I also thought it was interesting the line, "No matter what you do, I'll be there. I'll be true to you." Also, the whole, like, satellite heart, like, it's like we're in space. That does connect to the celestial themes.
Celestial. True. What would you give it? It's time to grade.
An A.
Me too. Tie. We agree on something.
One last thing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Licky Lee song because it's like I've spun out so far. It's like she's so far gone from like her life. Like she's not even living anymore. Like such a waste of a young heart. Like she's just like thrown her life away. Next song.
Of course, we gotta have Muse on this album.
Oh, I don't think I took notes on this one.
Muse is Stephenie Meyer's favorite band, so they're pretty much on almost every album.
This one's actually not really an original song because it was a remix of the song that they already have.
Oh. It's called I Belong to You.
Here it is.
So this song plays when Bella calls Jessica to hang out after Charlie tells her she needs to hang out with friends. And she's like, Bella Swan? And that's basically it. It's kind of just the beginning of the song.
Yeah.
I think it's like it works well for the transition, the scene transition. I think it's a cool sounding song, but
I kind of like that we have it on here just because it connects us to the first album.
Yeah,
the first
true.
soundtrack. Mm-hmm. And the third one.
Yeah, they're on the Muse is on the third album.
They're
too.
not on the Breaking Down ones, right?
I don't think so. This one part I don't get. I mean, I get it, but I don't like it. He sings, and she attacks me like a Leo.
Oh, I hate that part.
And when my heart is bit like Rio.
That's, oh my God. That's an obvious,
Leo.
You just wanted to rhyme.
Yes,
I hate when people do that, when they clearly just put a word in there because they were looking for a
also,
rhyme.
do you think they did Leo because Lion fell in love with the lamb, maybe?
Oh, well, this song was written before.
Oh, you're right. And I was going to say Rio. That's where Edward's hiding out.
Yeah.
Like, this is too perfect.
No.
But you're right. It was written before. I find it weird they have a song that's like, you are my muse.
Yeah.
When that's their band name.
I think the same thing.
I don't know. I feel kind of indifferent to this song. I don't even know if I can grade it.
I feel like, the thing is, I feel like it's only in there because Stephenie likes Muse so much.
But I don't hate it or anything. I think it's cool. And when I hear the beginning, I'm like, yeah.
What would you give it?
B-?
Yeah, same.
High five.
Next song.
Ooh, I like this song. Oh, spoiler. It's track 8, Roslin by Bon Iver and St. Vincent.
So good.
Here it is.
On with your turret, on with your terrified. Ships in your worry.
And we're back.
I've seen Bon Iver in concert.
What? Oh, yeah, in Berlin.
Yeah.
You're so fucking cool.
Actually, I saw Justin Vernon, who's the main guy. Is he the only guy?
I thought he was the only guy. But he wasn't being Bon Iver?
No.
That's weird.
But he did not sing this song.
This song was written by him.
I've also seen Licky Lee, and she did not sing Possibility.
Were you disappointed? Mm-hmm. Did you think she was going to sing it? Oh. I think this is a beautiful song. And I also want to say, this is not really related to the music, but St. Vincent is in this song. She's kind of like back vocals. And she dated Kristen Stewart.
Yes.
Years later. Ago. Yeah. I just think that's funny.
Kristen Stewart has dated everybody, though.
I know. But I wonder if they ever talked about that. Like, oh, hey, babe, I was on the New Moon soundtrack.
I bet it's come up.
If it didn't, that's
I
strange.
bet they were both. I bet they went to the premiere, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just want to take back what I said about Kristen Stewart dates everyone. If you're listening, Kristen.
You're scared.
Not shaming you.
Oh, no.
I want Kristen on the show so badly.
She's equal to Taylor Swift.
I mean, she's dated a lot of famous people is what I mean.
You just like smiled at me. No, but she has different relationships, like year-long relationships, but they usually only last a year. And then she has another one.
Yeah.
And then it's a year.
But no
and then
shame
another
in
one.
that. I never date anybody, so it's like, and I'm envious that she can fall in love with a lot of different people.
I wonder if she'll ever get married. Not that she has to, but I'm just curious. You know,
she doesn't need
when you
to.
follow a celeb. But anyway, this song plays when Bella prints out pictures. She prints out a picture of Edward and tapes half of it. Well, tapes his half in her scrapbook. Then the Cullens aren't at school.
Yeah.
And Edward goes into Bella's house and takes the picture. And then they start to go on that walk when he breaks up with her. But then the music stops before.
Yeah. It's after the whole, like, drama with the Jasper trying to kill her part.
It's a very moody song.
Yeah.
And I think fits the mood they're going for really great. Like, it's a little uneasy, and she knows something's changing during that scene. And I think it's a great song choice.
And the vocals rise and fall a lot, so it's kind of, like, very emotional, I think.
Yeah.
And I said that there's a part that kind of reminded me of Flightless Bird. I don't think it literally connects, but it says, wings wouldn't help you down. Down fill the ground, gravity's proud.
Wow. I think this song has the utmost, like, indie folk sound of the whole soundtrack, and that kind of is sort of the vibe in this soundtrack. And I think this one is, like, a good representation of what the New Moon soundtrack is like. And the lyrics are beautiful. I almost don't know what they mean, but it's like straight poetry. Like, up with your turret, which I didn't even know what that means tower. Up with your turret, aren't we just terrified? Shall screen your worry from you won't ever find. Don't let it fool you. Don't let it fool you down. Dancing around, folds in her gown. Sea and the rock below. Cocked to the undertow, bones, blood, and teeth erode. They will be crashing low. Wings wouldn't help you down. Like, it's so beautiful. When this just become a mortal home, won't let you talk me. Ugh,
I love it.
This song makes me cry.
It's very Bon Iver. It sounds more like Bon Iver than St. Vincent.
Yeah. Although her sound did get more like electronic lately. She's cool.
I like her.
She's a cool person. K-Stu definitely hangs out with the, like, hip people in LA. Yeah. What would you give this song?
An A.
I gave it an A+.
If this album was a student in class, their average would be pretty high.
Yeah, they would.
I have, like, no C's, honestly. Oh, I forgot one thing that I was going to say for the Muse song.
Say it.
There's a line that's like, I traveled half the world to say that I belong to you.
Oh, yeah.
And
I actually highlighted that.
Bella travels half the world to save
What are the odds they didn't write it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the next song
is Done All Wrong by Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. And this is when Bella goes to Sam and Emily's house. Do they live together? Sam and Emily?
I think so.
Are they married yet? Scandal.
They're engaged.
Oh my gosh, Stephanie. Did you write that? Anyway.
Not that we have a problem with
No,
it.
no.
But
I'm just
Stephanie
joking around. I'm just joking. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Done me wrong, done all wrong. All the wrong I've done, I should live quite long.
What do you think?
I like this song for the scene. I don't know if I would listen to it on my own.
Yeah.
But I think it gives a nice vibe to the wolves.
It does.
Gives them like their own sound.
It does feel very rustic, cabin-y.
Sounds very, I thought, dive bar.
Yeah.
Like a song
could
you would
see
hear in
that.
like a... I mean, even...
It feels old man-ish to
Yeah,
me. Even
yeah.
though there isn't an old man in the scene.
Well, that's what the band naming's Black Rebel Motorcycle
yeah,
Club.
you're right. I
It
guess
sounds
everything ties together. in a way.
Yeah. It's like kind of bluesy. There's
Mm-hmm.
harmonica sounds.
True. I'm not crazy about it, though. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I gave it a B+,
I gave it a B.
just because I feel like I like it in the movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel very indifferent to this song.
Yeah, it's not my fave.
Now that I think about it, it's probably... I feel like it might be my least favorite on the soundtrack.
It might be mine too.
So I'm surprised I gave it a B. Have you heard of this band before?
No,
Me neither, actually.
they're from San Francisco.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the extent of the research that I did on them.
You know, I'm gonna give it a B minus now.
Yeah, you're making me like it less.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
The only lyrics that they have are just like kind of like done all wrong, done all wrong. We're gonna live quite long.
Wait. Oh yeah, I think that's the only part that was interesting. You can rest assured you're gonna live quite long. That's the only thing I could relate to Twilight.
A lot of these songs lyrically relate less to Twilight than I feel like the Twilight songs did, when those were just not. They weren't even written for the soundtrack.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if Alex Spitsalvas picked those songs a little more strategically than they did for New Moon.
Well, I feel like...
I know that, like, people made them for New Moon, but...
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like she probably said, like, oh, can you write a song for New Moon? And
Yeah.
they maybe gave an album cut or a song that they had been working on already, or, like...
And it's kind of like, what are you gonna do if they're like, here's a song we made? They probably didn't really have, like, the time to be like, can you change the lyrics? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
They're probably like, oh, this is awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it works.
I know. Like, if anyone in music supervision knows how it works, let us know.
Yeah.
Because we're ignorant. I didn't mean to make you dislike this song.
No, I think I like it for the vibes that it gives for the scene
Yeah,
it's
me too.
in.
And when you do listen to this soundtrack just like on repeat, it goes with the rest of the songs.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I don't know if I would have, like, if I heard this song on the radio, been like, what is this?
What is
and
that?
like
Yeah.
gone to find it.
I
and-
wouldn't put it on a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next song, track 10.
That's Monsters by Hurricane Bells. Which Hurricane Bells is a pseudonym. It's like not a real band.
Oh, really?
What do you call
I
that?
thought I knew other songs by them.
No, it's the guy who wrote it is called Steve Schiltz, and he like does other songs and music, but I think this is the only song by Hurricane Bells.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, you know how Taylor Swift will write songs,
Oh.
but like she'll go by a different name for whatever reason.
I must have been thinking of, there's like a bunch of bands with similar names, like Broken Bells. Do you know that band?
No.
Oh, that's who I thought this was.
No. This is a fake band.
Broken Bells is a cool band, but Hurricane Bells is a fake band. Anyway, here's the song.
Situations are critical. You gotta look first before you go. If you wasn't too sure, then now you know. The situations are critical. Wait, okay, you gotta look before you go. Wait, okay, you gotta look before you go. The darkness where I hide.
So, as we talked about a lot in our last episode, actually, this is the awesome scene when Edward walks sexy across the parking lot.
Slow-mo.
And kind of panders to the audience, but we fall for it.
Yes. And this also is playing, it's when she's driving to school.
Yeah.
You know, kind of gets the...
It's that transition
Yeah,
scene.
it gets the story going.
I really like this
I
song.
really like it too.
I would listen to this on its own.
Yeah, and I think it starts the movie with high energy.
Yeah.
But the lyrics match the theme of Twilight, like talking about monsters really well. So it's not just like a happy song.
I like the lyrics.
Deep into the darkness where I hide. I feel like that's foreshadowing, like, we're gonna go into some darkness.
Yeah. And the monsters are buried down deep inside.
Yeah.
You never know when they're satisfied. Buried down deep where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. And, like, there's monsters in the story.
Yeah. And also maybe, like, you never know with the threat of the vampires. Like, you never know when it will be a threat. Like, with Jasper and the paper cut and everything, it's, like, unpredictable. I don't know. But I also feel like I think the song's literally talking about, like, having dark feelings and stuff and, like, pushing them down.
Yeah.
And then them coming out. Which I don't really know if that happens in Twilight or New Moon, but...
I mean, Bella kind of in New Moon has some dark feelings.
Yeah. I guess they do come out when she's trying to do reckless things.
Yeah.
We're really English professor right now. Start combing through the text to find symbolism and connections. But, I mean, I do think a lot of this is probably intentional. I don't know. If I was making a movie,
I would
try to make the songs, like, match. So
I think this guy did a really good job of writing a song that meets the story.
Yeah. I did not know Hurricane Bells was not a real band.
Yeah.
That's what I shocked. Because I thought it was that band Broken Bells the whole time.
How would you grade this song?
A.
I gave it an A-, but I really like it, so...
To me, it feels like Supermassive Black Hole in a way. That might be a little dramatic, but it feels like the higher energy song of New Moon that, like, makes you excited. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, because it's like, I might have already just said this 2 seconds ago, but, like, when you're in the theater and you're seeing New Moon for the first time, as we were in 2009, it was like, yes!
Yeah.
Like, she's going to school!
Yeah.
It was so exciting!
I know, it was like,
oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing New Moon! Yeah!
Even though we just saw Edward, we're gonna freak out again.
It was like, it matched the hype that you felt.
Yes.
And
totally agree.
yeah.
All right, the next song is The Violet Hour by Seawolf.
This song plays when she's at her birthday party at the Collins house.
Here it is.
Your lips are nettles, your tongue is wine, your laughter's liquid,
but your body's pine. You love all sailors, but hate the beach. You say come touch me, but you're always out of reach. In the dark you tell me of a flower that only blooms.
I just gotta say, I love the singer's voice. It's very hot to me. I love male singers that sound like that.
I have always been fascinated with the song because until I did research on it, I didn't know what it meant, but the lyrics were interesting to me, like the "you love all sailors but hate the beach."
Yeah.
For some reason, I always have thought about that lyric.
Me too. It sounded like a very complicated girl or something.
And that's pretty much what the song is about. It's like, at first, it's like this girl is giving, like, mixed messages.
Yeah.
Like, your laugh is liquid, but your body's pine. So it's like, you're giggling along.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it. Or like...
Well, like, you're harder than
Yeah.
you act.
Yeah. It's like you say, come touch me, but you're always out of reach.
I love it. I like this song. And we
Yeah.
know the words. I feel like that means something.
And then it's like, but then in the story, like, they get together because it's like, I turn the lights on, you clean the sheets. Obviously, something just happened.
They fucked. What is this in your notes? Mel has written, she has lyric, I turn the lights on, you clean the sheets. Below that, she has a bullet point that says, they fucked. Were you going to elaborate on that?
That was just my note to myself as to what happened in the song.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I
then
know.
next, and now you're sitting upon your chair, you got me tangled up in your beautiful black hair. I said, he's in love with her, sounds like Rapunzel or something. It's like he's like making this girl out to be like a princess.
Yeah. Do you think the violet hour means twilight?
I interpret it as violet is the last color of the rainbow, and it's like sometimes the color of the sunset. So it's like,
True.
you tell me about this flower that will bloom, but it's like not until the violet hour, so you have to wait it out.
I like that.
Oh, twilight, yeah.
I guess, yeah, I thought because, like, sometimes at the end of the day, after the sun's gone down, but before it's nighttime, the sky is kind of violet.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's what it...
It's a nice, very nice song. And I think it really
I think it's good
fits
in this...
the mood
yeah.
of New Moon. And New Moon has such a defined mood to it. Like, how did they make this soundtrack? It's amazing.
And it fits the scene pretty well.
Yeah.
I didn't grade this one, but I would give it an A.
I mean, I graded everything beforehand, but I'm like kind of thinking it through while we do it too. But I wrote A+, and I think I would still give it an A+. I think it's a good song.
Next one. I loved this next one.
Me too.
It's Shooting the Moon by OK Go.
And it plays when Jake and Bella are repairing the motorcycles.
Champagne and plastic cups, waiting for the big hero show. Outside the door he stands, his head in his hands and his heart in his throat.
Shooting the moon.
I love this one.
Me too. It's beautiful.
Lyrically, I think it's so... I like the story that they're telling.
I love the drums in this song.
Yeah.
Ugh. I can like picture them when I listen to it. I love it.
It's kind of like, it's like the story, it's like this astronaut returning from a failed space mission or something, and everyone's like really disappointed. And he's like, well, what can I tell you? Like, sorry I let you down, but like, good luck with shooting the moon. It's like, well, yeah, I failed, but like, instead of being disappointed with me, good luck trying it yourself or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't criticize someone if you haven't done you
I like that.
tried the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I also like the sound of the vocalist voice. And also, OK Go, I've liked them before. I liked them before the soundtrack came out. You guys may remember them. They're the ones that have... This music video was, like, really popular in the 2000s. It's like them on treadmills.
Yeah.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah.
They're, like, hopping off and on it and stuff. Yeah. That's OK Go.
That's, like, an interesting... like electric guitar solo or something.
Yeah.
It gets like really
like in
intense.
The bridge. Yeah. It's like...
Which I interpreted as like you're trying to stay positive and like calm on the surface, but then there's like that like inner kind of like demons that like they talk about in the Monsters song.
I feel like I kind of feel like Monsters, Violet Hour, Shooting the Moon, they're all back to back, and I feel like they go well together.
Yeah, I bet that was deliberate.
Mm-hmm. There's like a good momentum with it.
Yeah.
I would give this song an A+ too.
I gave it an A, but I would say A+ as well. In school, they tell you that A+ doesn't exist.
They do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like, if you get 100, that's just an A. There's no such thing
What?
as an A+. Yeah.
So is that why you're not giving out A+?
I think so. A+ seems like a really special occasion.
I think some of these deserve a special occasion. All right, the next tune is by Grizzly Bear. It's called Slow Life.
With Victoria Legrand. What do you think of this song?
I really like it. I think it's absolutely perfect for the scene it's in.
Me too.
What, was that really serious?
No, just I feel like we keep saying that about every single song.
Okay, this is a good soundtrack. I know, but I think our next few reviews will be more interesting because they're less good soundtracks.
Honestly,
it's hard to... There's not much variation in this episode because we really like this soundtrack.
The Breaking Dawn ones, it's going to be funny because a lot of those songs I don't know what scene they're in.
Well, we're going to have to do the research.
No, this one I can just hear it and I just know.
Yeah, well, this plays when Bella hits her head after she cliff dives and she's underwater. And she sees Edward floating next to her, and it's very beautiful.
And the lyric that comes on is, even though you're the only one I see.
Yeah.
And
it just,
as they're looking at each other. The
music swells during that part.
Mm-hmm. Also, the song kind of sounds like a little bit like if there was music playing and you were underwater.
Yeah. And I love the creaky, like, chair in the beginning.
Yeah.
It feels very intimate. And I like Grizzly Bear. I recommend them. I really like a song, Morning Sound, by them.
I found mixed reports as to what this next lyric is.
Which one?
What do you think that was?
I have that it says it's the last catastrophe.
Yeah, that's what I found too, but also it's the last you'll catch of me, or if you ask, I'll set you free.
Play it again.
I feel like it's the last catastrophe.
The other ones I think make more sense, but it sounds like it's the last catastrophe.
Yeah, let's listen.
I don't really get what that means, but...
Yeah, I feel like it's catastrophe.
Oh, I forgot I wrote this down. So Pitchfork is very snobby music review website, and when they reviewed the soundtrack, they said, "Slow Life is certainly a step in a more mature, ambitious direction. The song is constructed like a dialogue between Beach House's Victoria Legrand and Grizzly Bear's Ed Drost." Which, I love Beach House. I didn't even realize that woman was from Beach House. They're a great band, too. This soundtrack is so cool.
What do you think slow life means?
It reminds me of like a still life portrait, and so then I'm thinking, I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking about like that line in New Moon that's like, time passes even for me.
Yeah.
It's like she's in this state of just like coasting.
Yeah.
And
because I think, yeah, sometimes life is like that. Like people always talk about live fast, die young. Like life is so busy, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes if you're going through something, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's what it's about. I really like the part when they say, "Take anything you want, it's fine." That reminds me of Bella.
Yeah.
I feel like she just feels like that desperate and sad. And
Yeah. It's such a sad song.
it is.
I really like it.
It's perfect.
I gave it an A, but I think I'll do A+.
I gave it an A+. So that means I gave 3 A+ in a row. No, I think I gave 4 A+ in a row. But before that, Done All Wrong, I think I gave that like a C. So
Yeah, so...
all right, we're nearing the end. The 14th song is No Sound But the Wind by Editors.
We can never go home. We no longer have one. I'll help you carry the load. I'll carry you in my arms. The kiss of the snow, the crescent moon above us. Our blood is cold and we're alone, but I'm alone with you.
Help me to carry the fire. Okay, when I first got this soundtrack back when I was like in 9th grade, I hated this song.
Yeah,
I used to hate it.
I have mixed feelings about this song.
I really didn't like it. I thought it was like a bummer. When it got to this part of the soundtrack, I was like, meh, and I would skip it. And by the way, this song plays in the movie when they're driving from the Collins house. Driving to or from?
From, it's like...
After they vote on Bella's mortality.
Yeah, and it's right before they run into our friend Jacob.
Yeah, okay, so they decide, like, well, I guess that's it.
Wait
I guess
a
we're
minute.
gonna make Bella a vampire. And it's kind of like this weird, happy, sad feeling.
Okay.
Because, like, Edward's... You know what I mean? There's, like, this feeling where she's, like... She's relieved, but it's also a little scary.
I'm just thinking, when they're in Bella's bedroom and Charlie's there, good night, and then Edward's there, and then they talk about becoming a vampire, that's nighttime, right? And then they go to the Collins and vote, and it's nighttime, and then they're leaving, and they run into Jacob, it's daytime.
I don't know, yeah. Do you think maybe it was really early morning or something?
Oh, maybe.
Like 4 a.m.? I don't know. Or did they...
Because it
Did she
seemed like...
sleep over? I know.
Yeah, it seemed like Charlie was, like, telling her goodnight.
Yeah.
Because she looked like she didn't just wake up.
I know, she, like, gets out of bed and they go.
Yeah.
Does she leave the house in the middle of the night and Charlie didn't hear?
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
That's what it seems like.
If she's grounded, like, that's a risky behavior.
She's bad.
Charlie probably went into her room and saw that she's not there. Oh my god, he would have a fit. She just left for Italy.
I know. But this has nothing to do with the song. Okay, but as I was trying to say that actually this song has grown on me and I like it now. I like, for some reason, male vocalists with very deep voices. I don't know why.
It's weird. I think I had such a negative opinion of it because I was reading things online and fans of this band were, like, pissed that it was in a
What?
Twilight movie, and they were saying like all
So
this
judgmental.
Yeah, they were like being like, they're above this, I don't know why they did this, and it was just putting such a bad taste in my mouth that it was making me not like this song.
I would think you would go the opposite way. Wouldn't you want to support editors more because they're in New Moon? Like, fuck your pretentious fans.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but I get like a nice visual when I hear this song. I think of people walking across the snow in the woods and their house just burned down. This is all just like made up, but like, and they're carrying logs and they're kind of like on this wilderness journey, and it's kind of sad, but they're like really strong.
And it's like, our blood is cold and we're alone, but I'm alone with you. Mm-hmm. So it's like, no matter what, to me, the song is like, it's triumphant.
Also, I like the part, this reminds me of New Moon. It says, the crescent moon above us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the moon is waxing again.
Yeah. And I don't know. I changed my mind about this song. I like it now. I used to not like it, but I think it's nice. And I think I would have even liked it if I never heard it from the New Moon soundtrack.
I think something I didn't like about it is that it sounds like it's always rising, if that makes sense.
I kind of like that, though.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like a Catholic Mass song.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of it that way.
But I could picture being like kind of, you know, drunk and like crying to this song or something.
Yeah.
In like a beautiful moment.
I don't know. It sounds like a song that I would listen to. Like it's by The National or something. Like, I don't know. I could picture it being... I don't really know editors well, but I know that they've played at, like, music festivals with bands that I like, and so I'm guessing they're, like, hip in the alternative scene, and I don't know. I think that if I heard this song, I would be like,
Yeah. This song actually was not an original song for New Moon. It was a song they already had, and then they revised it.
Interesting. I wonder what parts they revised.
I tried to look into that, but I couldn't figure it out. Didn't seem like anything really changed. I gave it a B-, but I think I'm so easily influenced by other people.
No! I think, well, I'm way too, like, happy in this soundtrack. I gave it an A. I feel like I don't know. I had this took me years, though.
Yeah.
It's been almost 10 years of me on this journey with this song.
You guys have come a long way.
We have come a long way. I would have back then given it, like, a D, probably.
Wow.
I used to hate it.
And no song on this soundtrack, I think, is worth a D.
I know.
None of them are worth a C, I think. Did I give
know.
anything a C?
I think I gave Dunno wrong.
No, you give it a B-.
Oh, yeah, B-. I gave Hearing Damage a B. That was mean. B- / C. I like that song, too. I feel like I like all of them. It's not really fair to hate on any of them.
Well, it's interesting when you brought up Pitchfork, because I was reading a review, and they didn't really like the soundtrack that much. They thought it was good.
Pitchfork hates everything.
They thought it just, like, blended in too much.
Yeah.
And, like, nothing stood out.
I like that it blends.
Yeah.
Sounds like a real album to me. Pitchfork, I like because I find a lot of new music from them, but they're really harsh.
I like them being harsh, though, because sometimes I feel like when I'm reading the critical reception for, like, any album on Wikipedia, it's like, reviews are generally positive. But it's like...
I even think, like, Rolling Stone can be harsh. It depends. But, like... I mean, I know, like, you like Ed Sheeran. They gave his album, like, a 2 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't like Ed Sheeran that much.
Yeah, and, like, Greta Van Fleet, I'm not really that into them, but I do like them. They gave their album, like, a 0.8 out of 10.
What did they give Reputation by Taylor Swift?
Like a 6, maybe, out of 10. I know. That's the weird thing about, like, music magazines is that it's hard because it's, like, different writers to writers. Like, one writer writes a review. So it's, like, how can you know what the actual opinion is? And,
it's all so subjective, too.
Yeah.
I hate the Grammys for that reason.
Yeah.
I think, like, how can you judge music?
I know. Sometimes I agree with them, sometimes I don't. Anyway, shall we go on to the last song?
Oh, there's one more.
There is. Track 15 is classical. It's a score song. New Moon, The Meadow by Alexander Desplat.
Grades the scores. This score.
I like it. I think it is like distinct. I'm like, oh yeah, that is New Moon.
Yeah,
like,
when I hear it, I'm just taken back.
Yeah.
I am totally forgetting what the Eclipse
Me too.
score sounds like. No, I really like this. I would give it an A.
I'd give it an A too. I initially, before I wrote A-, I don't know why. I think it's just not maybe as strong as Bella's Lullaby.
It sounds a little bit like Bella's Lullaby.
Yeah, it does. I think it's written by the same guy, right?
Yeah, I'm taken
they probably
back
wanted
to, like,
it to sound similar.
Yeah. When does it play? Just when he says, "Will you marry me, Bella?"
Yeah, but I think that this is, they kind of like reprise it and have it throughout the whole movie. Like they'll have a slower version, or they'll have like a strings version.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of like the theme.
I think it plays when he's breaking up with her.
I think it does play when he proposes, I think.
Yeah.
I also feel like it plays when she tries to go to the meadow by herself, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's it. But any other final things to say about the soundtrack?
This soundtrack is my favorite of
Me
all
too.
of them.
It's so good. Did you know that they sell it on vinyl now?
Really?
Yeah.
You should get it.
Want it. Even though I have it CD, but it's like that good.
It's funny because I think I've said this, there's not, like, I love Possibility, but like my favorite song from the whole series is Flightless Bird, American Mouth.
That could have been on this soundtrack too.
But like, and yeah, it's like this one, I think I love how they all blend, and I feel like across the board they're all pretty solid.
Yeah.
There's not one where I'm like,
Don't you feel like this soundtrack goes well with Flightless Bird? Almost like they built off that song or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
to be like, okay, this is Twilight music.
I agree. Because it's like kind of folksy
Yeah.
songs, and Bon Iver I always kind of like associate with Iron and Wine.
Yeah, totally. What would you give the whole soundtrack?
I would give it an A+.
Me too. Me too. And I think I gave Twilight an A.
Yeah.
So it's like almost there, but
it's like
something
New
is
Moon,
not quite there.
Twilight.
It's those Paramore songs.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Isn't it weird though? Like Paramore would not belong on this soundtrack.
No, not
like,
at all.
It is actually way different.
And Bruno Mars would not either.
No, or Ellie Goulding.
Yeah.
No.
Christina Perri.
Like the soundtracks are quite different from each other.
Yeah.
Or like that song, it's like going all the way.
Yeah.
Happy days. Like that wouldn't be on this.
Yeah. But the Twilight songs all fit so well together on the Twilight one.
They're like darker.
Yeah.
More.
What do you guys
Blues
think?
and black.
Tell us.
This is like brown.
Yeah. It is. It does capture like the color scheme.
Yeah.
If you, I don't know if anyone
Oh my God.
listening has, what is it, synesthesia?
Yeah.
I have that, but it's for...
I feel like I have it. I do the thing where like numbers have personalities.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Numbers and letters.
Yeah.
What is 1 to you?
Boy.
Same. 2?
Girl?
Girl.
Yeah. I feel like they also have like ages.
Me too. Mm-hmm. 10 is like the father of them all. He's like an old man.
Yeah.
10 is like a
9.
Dumbledore.
They also all have colors to me.
Me too.
Like 9, I think, is a purple/black sneaky woman.
5 is blue.
I like 5's
And
green
5
too. 5's a boy.
5 is a boy. 5 and E are very similar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually, everything.
Do you think it's because
Because it's the 5th one, potentially. And I've felt this way my entire life.
Me
like
too.
when I was 3 years old, I would tell you the exact same
Me too.
thing.
And like when I would do math problems, like some numbers they just
don't go together.
Don't go.
I think that's why
it's
I'm
like
so bad at math.
Yeah. I know.
But actually, all objects have a person. Like, a couch is a girl. A bed is a boy.
Do you think the people that, like, started the Romance languages had synesthesia? You know how, like, everything has a gender?
Potentially, yeah. 'Cause it's like, why do they have that?
Yeah.
It's funny when you talk to someone else and they don't align. Like, I think of S as a girl, but my brother, his name begins with S, so he's like, no, it's a boy, it's a boy. He's the same. Boy. He also has the same thing.
S.
Do any of you guys have this?
No.
Name an object, I'll tell you.
Shovel.
Boy. Like, I don't have to think about it. It just is there.
How about paintbrush?
Girl.
How about hot air balloon?
Boy. That's actually, I struggled because there's some things that don't, like, hot to me is boy, but a balloon is girl. So sometimes, like, or even, like, 39 or something, it's like,
yeah, that's really,
you know what I mean?
Above 10, it gets a little hard.
Yeah, because it's, like, combining.
Yeah.
Two different. I hope this makes sense to people.
I know. I hope it will. If not, maybe learn something new.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Should we move on to listener mail?
Yeah!
So, we want to thank you guys so much for reaching out to us. It's feeling like we've been getting more mail lately, which is cool.
It's crazy.
So, we got one funny message from a listener named Story, and she sort of had us beat when it comes to embarrassing stories that she's done for Twilight.
Yeah.
And we thought they were really funny. We were living for her answers. So we thought we would share some.
Yeah.
And she bought the cherished iconic blue jacket from Twilight.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I want that. Do you think it's like a replica, or she bought the real one?
I don't know.
It must be a replica.
Yeah.
She owned the recreation of the engagement ring.
Wow.
This one is so funny. She said, my neighbor caught me laying on my driveway in jeans and a flannel in the pouring rain and thought I was injured.
Oh my gosh.
I was just trying to feel like Bella in New Moon.
That is hilarious. In jeans and a flannel too.
I'm just picturing
like
someone,
Bella's clothes.
Yeah. Just
oh my God.
lying in the rain just to feel your neighbor being like, what's wrong? That one's my favorite. She auditioned for the role of Bree Tanner.
Wow.
That's really cool. Oh, she got a signed headshot from Kristen Stewart.
Wow.
Jealous.
Didn't you just try to do that?
I literally just tried to do that. I found like this like sketchy site that said like what her management was, and it had like a contact us thing, and so I was like, I love Kristen Stewart. She said, like many young girls, I absolutely thought that I was Bella incarnated. My hair was long and brown. I was an only child. I was shy, clumsy, and I was pale. I really thrived on that connection for a lot of early teen years.
I didn't really relate in that way, but I still loved it.
Yeah.
That would be cool though.
She had her parents plan a trip to Seattle and to Forks and to the La Push Beach.
Oh my gosh.
They never actually went.
Oh.
But she wants to go now, so do we.
So do we. I got so close.
She rearranged her room to look like Bella's room.
Yeah, that's dedication. I should do that.
I should do that too. I really like Bella's room.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She saw Twilight 12 times in theaters.
That beats me, actually.
For her best friend's 12th birthday in 2008, she received multiple sets of the Cullen Crest that were sold at Hot Topic. There was a perfume, apparently. It was in a red bottle that looked like an apple. It was super strong and alcohol scent, she said. But she had it. She wrote fan fictions. Oh, this one's really good. She made internet friends with a girl named Victoria in Canada on the Peter Fasinelli website chat room.
Oh my gosh.
Why does Peter Fasinelli have a chat room on his website?
They all did back then.
People are obsessed with Peter Fasinelli. He has a lot of Twilight fans still following him.
Wow. Because he's hot and has chemistry with Bella.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's crazy hot.
No, he's not.
Billy Burke is hotter. Yeah, she consistently listens to the Twilight and New Moon soundtracks.
As do we.
As do we. And she went as Kristen for a celebrity day during a homecoming week.
Wow.
She kind of has
love
us beat with some of these stories.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I wish I lied down and pretended to be Bella.
Oh, she has us beat.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying she has a beat.
No.
Is she a bigger fan than us?
I hope not.
That could be like our clickbait title to this episode. Is someone else a bigger fan than us? So we got the funniest email from a listener named Morgan. Would you like to read it?
Yeah, she said, "Hey, I wanted to say thank you for hosting your podcast. I just got into the Twilight series after my husband suggested I should read it after hearing me make fun of the series. Never read nor watched the films, but he had. I was hooked. It has really been a blast, and your podcast really brightens my day. Also, my husband and I now just walk around saying, 'You're lying to everyone.' Charlie." Line constantly. I turned it into that Spider-Man teaching meme for us, but we thought you would like it as well. Thanks again. And then she sent us the meme, and we'll share it on
She made a meme out
loved
of
this.
You lied to everyone, Charlie. Oh my gosh.
And what I loved the most is that she was a hater. She made fun of the Twilight series, and as an adult, she became newly a fan.
It's insane. I can't believe that now her and her husband say that. Like, that's something that my family would say. And now, I'm not sure where she lives, but out there, they're saying that. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, you say it.
We also got a letter from a fan named Charlie who's 14, and she recently also became a new fan as well. She just started reading it in November 2018.
Wow.
So it's like people are newly discovering Twilight.
So cool. And like, they probably, if I was new to it, I would want someone to freak out with. Mm-hmm. So like, it's cool that they have people to talk to.
Yeah.
And then I have one more listener message that I wanted to read. I think it's so cool. It's from someone named Chris. Here it goes. Hi, so I don't really know how to contact you guys, but I love your podcast. As a straight guy, I was super in the closet about liking Twilight in high school, and I agree with a lot of what you two have to say about the series, especially imprinting LOL. Keep up the good work, and I wish you both much success. Oh my gosh, I think that is so sweet and cool. Like, I hate that guys have to be, like, in the closet about liking Twilight.
I know.
Because as we were talking about earlier, we were talking about this before we started recording, like, superhero movies are, like, the acceptable version of Breaking Dawn, basically.
Yes.
Like, the action and, like, the weird voices, and I don't know,
because
the
it's like,
CGI, and why is that okay, but not Twilight?
Yeah.
Like, ugh. But anyway, Chris, thank you so much for messaging us, and I just thought that was, like, really cool.
And thank you, honestly, thank you to everyone who's reached out. It's really making me realize that there are Twilight fans of all ages.
All over the world.
All over the world.
We've had people from Germany and France message us recently.
Yeah. We had one listener, her name was Scarlett. She reached out to us, and she said she's, I think, 12.
Yeah.
And all of her other friends say it's stupid, but she doesn't care. And so it's like, to anyone listening, if your friends don't like it, just know that you're not alone. So many other people still love Twilight and are maybe even discovering it for the first time.
It's true.
I think someday they'll study it in school.
Me too. I hope they do.
There was a tweet that was like, people who knock Twilight, it's literary merit. Forget the part in New Moon when they have blank pages that just say the months after Edward leaves, and they were like, Pulitzer Prize.
It's true.
And then it was like, and don't forget the seamless way they translated that on screen. Yes. I love it.
Alrighty. I think we're ready to sign off.
Yes.
But we'll give you a little teaser. Our next episode, we are diving into the mysterious enigma, Stephenie Meyer.
Who is she?
What is she up to right now? Is she ever going to publish Midnight Sun? What has she said about that? Where did you grow up? Did you really dream about Twilight?
These hard-hitting questions we'll get to
next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
You can contact us at anotherbiteoftwilight@gmail.com or find us on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram at anotherbiteoftwilight. Theme music is by Traces. See you next time.